The episode starts with Malhar Sarkar taking care of the people. He says, I feel guilty that this illness is spreading because of our mistake. It's not a natural thing. Do not worry, the culprit will be punished. He asks Sarpanch to tell him about the grains collection. Sarpanch says, Shyamji gets the grain here and informs me. He distributes the grains to every house on the next day. Devi Ahilya is at the Shivpuri temple. She serves the food to the Pandits. The Pandit says, so much happened in the past that everyone told bad about you. It's not true. You have done dharma work with much dedication. He blesses her. She says, I just pray for Malwa's prosperity. The man goes to Shyamji and says, Malhar Sarkar is speaking to Sarpanch. Shyam says, Malhar Sarkar would not find out anything. The man says, we can distribute the good grain this time, else we will get caught. Shyamji says, no, we will get double profits. Take some risk this time. We will go and see Malhar's investigations. He goes out and gets caught by Dhannaji. Dhannaji says, my doubt turned true. You have confessed your crime yourself. You and your greed are the reasons of this epidemic. Come to Malhar Sarkar now. He will see you. Shyamji laughs. He asks Dhannaji to come. He says, I know Dhaneswar was not the culprit in the farmer's murder. Dhannaji worries. Gangoba says, I checked the godown. There is no mixing happening there. Malhar Sarkar asks about Shyamji's intentions. Gangoba says, we have no proof against him. Malhar Sarkar says, mixing happens in this village when the grains are kept overnight. Inform Dhannaji about my plan. Shyamji blames Dhannaji. Dhannaji threatens him. Shyamji threatens him back. He says, you are the culprit of the tax matter. Dhannaji asks, how do you know this? Shyamji says, I do not know everything, but the man you presented as Dhaneshwar, I know well about him. So I guessed this. I heard much about you. We will share the profits. Just tell Malhar Sarkar this epidemic is natural. You can save me now. Guard tells Devi Ahilya about Dhaneshwar's matter. Devi Ahilya says, I was thinking right. He asks, did Malhar Sarkar get my message? Guard says, yes, might be. She says, I will return home today after the Brahman Bhoj and Puja. He says, be careful. Someone is watching us. Devi Ahilya says, the culprit will try to save himself. Dhannaji says, Malhar Sarkar will get angry on me. What shall I do now? Yamuna comes and greets him. She asks him to meet Dwarka Bai before going to Malhar Sarkar. Gotma Rani Sahib comes. She says, Rajya comes first for Dhannaji and then relations. So he will go to Darbar first. Dwarka Bai understood and now you understand. She asked Dhannaji to go. He goes to meet Malhar Sarkar. Malhar Sarkar gets Ahilya's letter. He says, you have to do this work. No one should know. He tells him. He sees Gotma Rani Sahib coming and asks, what are you doing here? She says, I did not hear any word. I just came. Is there any special news? Malhar Sarkar says, yes. She asks, regarding what? He says, there are many problems. I am trying to solve it. She says, Tukoji and Gangoba are also with you. Are you really taking the decision alone? I know someone is there with you. He smiles and says, I think you should be the chief of my secret messengers. She laughs. She says, but this is not my answer. He says, you ask me straight, then you will get the answer straight. Why did you come here? She says, Dhannaji has come to meet you. I told him that you are in the darbar. He says, I will just come. He would be waiting. He goes. She thinks, you know it well. What I want to know is Devi Ahilya helping you or not? You have hid the matter. I think Devi Ahilya is helping you.